Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hamilton, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we've got second to the last streamed game of the Loyola Breakers as they're taking on the Hamilton Darby Broncs here today on a gorgeous Monday with the sun is out. We've got a wind that's coming at us, but a few clouds, but nothing that's going to threaten any type of moisture. It's just a beautiful day down here in Hamilton. So the Breakers coming down, making the trip down the Bitterroot. This is going to be their second or third to last game for the regular season. And then on Thursday, it's a trip north to St. Ignatius to take on Mac, Mission, Arlee, and Charlo. And then I will be in Billings this weekend with the Missoula Mavericks, but the Breakers will have one game in Butte for the Butte Central Tournament on Saturday, and then 1 week from this coming Friday is the state tournament or divisional tournament. So we're going to have the national anthem and starting lineups here momentarily as the fans make their way in for a beautiful, sunny softball game.
And once again, we'd like to welcome everybody to Lady Broncs softball today.
As the official scorer has now made it to the game. Getting me stressed out here, Mr. Tip. That's all right. We're going to have the national anthem, so we're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll have your starting lineups. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Mom, we don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network in Hamilton, Montana for the Loyola Breakers taking on the Hamilton Darby Broncs, the co-op. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups. They are announcing the away team starting lineups, but, well, those of you that listen in on a regular basis, you know that the Loyola team is always the home team. So we will announce the Hamilton starting lineup. Leading things off, it'll be the third baseman, number 1, Sophia Doyle. Number 2, or batting second, number 3, Abby Johnson. She'll be the catcher. Batting third is number 22, Michaela Brickley. She'll be the wall at the shortstop position. Batting fourth will be number 5, Maggie Ringer. She's going to hang out in center field. The first baseman, Chantel Sisson, will bat fifth. She's number 10. Number 15, Haley Frey, will hang out in right field. The left fielder will bat seventh. That's Olivia Zapata. And the second baseman, Kayla Shepard, bats eighth. And rounding it out, it's number 23, Phoebe Howard. She's going to be the DP with Mariah Gutierrez, the pitcher. For the Loyola Breakers, leading things off, it's the ace, Molly McHugh. She's going to hold down third base. Violet Whitegrass will bat second. She's in center field. McKenna Bissett will be inside the 5 Valley Auto Pitchers circle, batting third. Kayla Hickether will hold down third base. That must be first base for Hickether, as that's where she's been hanging out. So I have to apologize for that. Carly Tipp is going to be the catcher, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Emily Hermes at the shortstop position. The DP will bat seventh. That's Morgan Hall. Casey Donahue is the right fielder. Hallie Badarudine is the second baseman, and Melody Vandeper is the flex, number 21. So that's your lineups for today's game. Our officials behind the plate, a familiar face in Dennis Bowie, and then Jim Anderson will be the field umpire. So the Breakers, with their third to last regular season game, taking on the Class A Hamilton Broncs, who are playing very well and have a good chance of making a splash in Class A softball this year. They are resting their pitcher, Jordan Taggart, who has been phenomenal this year for them. But the scouting report on Gutierrez is that she can throw some strikes as well. So we'll see how things work out here. And while we know with the Breakers addition of Bassett, it's going to be a 1-2 punch, and I fear for the teams that are going to have to face them in Class BC divisional and state tournament, as the pitching is going to be sound. And well, with the addition of Bassett, it also frees up some space in the field, and the infield has been playing really well as we round out this season. Warming up right now is Gutierrez for Hamilton. And the throw to second, so that's going to give us Molly McHugh to lead things off for the Breakers as the infield gathers inside the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's circle. Working baseball. I had 4 games of baseball. I went from softball on Thursday and Friday to baseball on Saturday and Sunday, and now I'm back to softball. And I'll get the terminology correct before the end of the first inning, I promise you. So McHugh at the plate, ready for her first at bat. And Gutierrez will stand on the rubber, pitch on the way, and our first pitch is going to be at 3:58 p.m., and it's going to be for a ball. Gutierrez now with the pitch and a swing. McHugh will bounce this one out to the shortstop. Throw to first is on target, and the foot is down. That'll be out number 1. So we go to Violet Whitegrass, the center fielder now, for the Breakers with 1 out and nobody on. Loyola wearing their new jerseys this year. They've got the navy blue pants with a red and white stripe down the side, pinstripe. White knee socks, love the knee socks look. They've got the scarlet top with the navy blue shoulders. First pitch to Whitegrass will be a ball. They got the white Breakers name and number on the front and back with the number only as we get ball or strike 1, so even count at 1 for Whitegrass. For the Hamilton Broncs, they've got the black pants with the Hamilton maroon as Whitegrass will swing for strike 2. So 1-2 on the count to Whitegrass. McKenna Bassett in the on-deck circle for the Breakers. Black pants for the Bronx as a low pitch comes in to even the count out at 2. White top with the maroon and black stripes on the shoulders and on the sleeves, and a maroon name and number. Here's the pitch by Gutierrez. It's outside, and we get a full count at 3-2. Whitegrass, her first year with the Breakers at the softball program. She has been a stellar basketball player through the season, and Whitegrass will be walked to put a runner on for the Breakers. So that gives McKenna Bissett a runner on the bases as she comes to the plate. So Bissett settles in. Right-handed batter is Bissett. And the first pitch will be right outside on the edge of the plate for strike 1. Hamilton facility pretty nice out here. They've got a nice little deck area for me to set up on. Beautiful day. There's a swing by Bissett for strike 2. Game time temp is 64 degrees, and as I mentioned, there is a breeze coming out of the north, and it's blowing at about 8 miles an hour. Here's Bissett. She'll swing, and that will be a strikeout for out number 2. So that brings us to Kayla Hickether with Whitegrass standing at first. And Hickether will have ball 1. Carly Tipp in the on-deck circle with 2 out and a runner at first, and Hickether will punch this one straight up in the air over the pitcher's circle in the glove, and that's a side. So Whitegrass will be left behind. Bronx have a chance. It's a 0-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the first right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN as we move to the bottom of the first inning, where the Hamilton Bronx will have their first at-bat. It's Sophia Doyle to lead things off. So Doyle, Johnson, and Brickley for Hamilton, as the infield will gather with Bissett inside the Five Valley Auto pitcher's circle. Bissett with her foot on the rubber. Breakers coming off of a series of wins. Saturday with a big win over Troy with Kayla Hickether in that pitcher's circle. And Bissett with her first pitch on the way. And we'll have ball 1. Bissett would have the win on Friday night over Troy. And we get ball 2. So 2-0 on the count. Here's the pitch. And contact, foul, down the third base line. Makes it strike 1. So 2-1 on the count to Doyle, who is the third baseman. This one's going to have a roller down the third base line, And we'll go even at 2 on the count. There we go. Trying to get my game changer to come up here so I can follow along on the stats, and now it'll pop up. Sometimes the big clumsy fingers don't push the buttons correctly on these touch screens. So Doyle will settle in with the 2-2. And contact. Foul, and we stay alive on the double deuce count. Hamilton with a good crowd out here. The Ramley making the trip down here. Here's the 2-2, and it's a full count. Abby Johnson in the on-deck circle for the Bronx. Breakers 10-8. And a walk to start the inning. So Abby Johnson, the catcher, comes up with one on and nobody out. She looks down the third base line to Coach Kern, but no signal. Hands in his pockets, so she'll settle in, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch, and we have ball. Johnson to settle in, and I believe she had an older brother that played for the Red Sox a few years ago. As this one comes in on the plate for strike 1. So 1-1 on the count with a runner at first and no outs. Michaela Brickley in the on-deck circle for the Bronx. This one will have contact over Hermes' head. It'll bounce just outside of the dirt, and that'll put runners at first and second with no outs for the Bronx. And that will be our first hit of the game. Michaela Brickley now. Brickley steps up. First pitch to the left-handed batter is a strike. Bunt laid down, but it's going to roll back into the glove of Tip, and we get strike 2. Swung on, and Bissett will have a K for the first out of the inning. Leaves 2 on as Maggie Ringer, the center fielder, comes to the plate. So 2 on, 1 out. Ringer to settle in. Right-handed batter is Ringer. Low pitch. Runners will hold it first and second for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Bunt laid down nicely down the third base line, but they're going to say this one's foul, and we get strike 1. A little too much backspin off the bat, keeping it out of play. So 1-1 now to Ringer. Chantel Sisson as Ringer will swing for strike 2. So the Breakers on the road once again on Thursday night against Mac. And it's strike 3 for out number 2. So Hickether puts a couple of batters on, and now she's struck out the last 2. Brings us to Chantel Sisson.
2 outs, stepping in with the pitch. Chantel Sisson.
And Sisson will hit this one right at Bissett. She can't get a glove on it. The throw to first is to Hickether, and that is the side. So 2 loaded on, but left there. And it's top of the second coming up right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Mom, we don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Welcome back to MPSN. Top of the second inning here at Hamilton. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as the Loyola Breakers and the Hamilton Derby Broncs are knotted up at 0. Top of the second, and for the Breakers, it will be Carly Tipp to lead off on the inning. So for the Breakers, it is the 5, 6, 7 batters as Maria Gutierrez settles on the rubber in the 5 Valley Auto pitcher circle. Outside pitch for ball 1 to start things off. Contact, foul down the third base line. Evens the count out at 1. So Emily Hermes in the on-deck circle for the Breakers as Gutierrez sets her foot on the rubber. Here's the pitch, low, and we get ball 2. So 2-1 on the count. And Tipp will have this one out of play, out of reach. And we're even on the count. Tipp, a senior for the Breakers. Yeah, she settles in at 2-2. Swung on, and Tipp will be struck out for the first out of the inning. So with 1 out, nobody on, it's Emily Hermes, the shortstop. And Hermes, a sophomore, has really come on and filled that shortstop position quite well. As she'll swing for strike 1. Plays like a veteran out there. Here's the pitch. And we get ball 1. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the second. Here's the pitch by Gutierrez. And we'll get another ball. So Hermes gets ahead in the count at 2-1. Pitch is swung on. This one's high over shortstop. Safely in the glove, and we've got out number 2. So with 2 down here in the top of the second, it brings us our DP, Morgan Hall. Breakers able to put a runner on in Whitegrass as she was walked by Gutierrez in that opening inning. As the first pitch comes into Hall at strike 1. So Hall trying to break the possibility here of going 1-2-3 on the inning. She'll swing for strike 2. Good pitch by Gutierrez as that one came in high. Here's the pitch. And Hall will have contact, but it's going to foul right back into the catcher. And Hall will stay alive. Six, seven, 8 batters scheduled up for Hamilton as this one's picked up on the third base line. Throw to first, and it is 1-2-3 for the Breakers. Bottom of the second, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to Hamilton, Montana. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we've got the bottom of the second inning tied at 2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard between the Loyola Breakers and the Hamilton Darby Broncs. The Hamilton Darby school systems co-oping, and that's something that you see a lot with these sports that require more than 5 players on the court or on the field. You often see co-ops from these smaller communities. So it's good to see these teams, these young ladies participating, as the first pitch that comes to Haley Frey from Bassett is a strike. So it's Frey, Zapata, and Shepard as we get strike 2 to Frey. Frey's hanging out in right field today. And a swing. Going to be a pass ball, but Tip will have the tag, and that will be out number 1. So Bassett, Friday night, she would pitch a perfect game against Troy. Every batter that she went against, she struck out. So Bassett's first pitch is going to be fouled off by Olivia Zapata, the left fielder, for strike 1. High pitch by Bassett evens us out at 1 on the count. So we mentioned the Breakers having their last 3 regular season games this week. We've also got Legion baseball going on as this pitch will be fouled up over the first baseline for strike 2. Missoula Mavericks will host the Helena Senators on Wednesday night. That is going to be the first Legion baseball game at Lindbergh Craig Field in Missoula under the lights in 2019. Very excited about that. Last week we were in Helena under the lights. Now we get to be in Lindbergh, and Lindbergh Craig Field, you get the sunset. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous atmosphere for a night game. Here's the pitch by Bassett and a swing, and that will be strike 3 for out number 2. Nobody on, 2 outs, and we move to Kayla Shepard, the second baseman.
Number 4, Kyla Shepard.
Kyla Shepard. And the first pitch to Shepard will be a strike. 7 p.m. is that first pitch on Wednesday night as we get strike 2.
How's that new glove going? Where's your new glove?
Here's the 0-2, and it's swung on for strike 3. And Bassett will mimic Gutierrez. 3 up, 3 down for Hamilton. We go to the top of the third, scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at mpsn406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton in Hamilton, Montana for the Breakers taking on the Hamilton Derby Broncs on the softball field. We roll to the top of the third inning where it's scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and leading things off, it's the bottom of the order. 8-9-1 is what we'll have on the schedule. So that will put Casey Donahue at the plate. Mariah Gutierrez is the pitcher. She'll stand on the rubber. First pitch is low on the way, and we'll have ball 1. And this is turning out to be a pitcher's battle, as the first inning, Loyola was able to put 1 on off the walk. Whitegrass getting on base off the walk. This one's going to have some contact. Shortstop picks it up in the dirt. The throw to first is on target, held on to, and that is out number 1. I imagine that the Gutierrez and Bassett, the pitchers for both sides, are going to be able to keep the ball on the ground and easy play. So we come to Heli Badarudin, the second baseman, and Rashana Harris just came in, and she's got a boot on her left foot, so I hope she is all right. Badarudin back to the shortstop, throw to first, and that's out number 2. Brickley getting some action over there at shortstop.
And back to the top of the order. Number 6, Molly McHugh.
So that swings us to the top of the order to Molly McHugh. Two outs, nobody on. And McHugh will ping this one onto the backstop for strike 1. That one looked like it was coming right here. Gutierrez now foot on the rubber. Bunt laid down by McHugh. Gutierrez will have the pickup. The throw to first is there, and that is out number 2. Good play by the infield as Gutierrez would step up and pluck that bunt up off the floor. And get the throw to first. So that's the side. We're going to go ahead and step aside. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN as we are in the bottom of the third inning. Scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and Hamilton will have the bottom of their order. Phoebe Howard, the DP. So 9-1-2 on the schedule. Howard at the plate. That puts the top of the order. Doyle in the on-deck circle. And this has been a pitcher versus pitcher battle. Bissett with her foot on the rubber, and she is ready to go. And a strike is thrown to start the third inning. Howard settles in, right-handed batter. Bissett with the pitch, and this is swung on for strike two. The prep regular season coming to an end, as we'll have divisionals today, actually, and we'll have a phone book tear by Dennis Bowie for out number one. But the postseason getting underway today with golf, Class B, C golf. Divisionals going on right now and tomorrow. Here's the pitch by Bissett on the left-hander and Doyle. And we'll have ball one. So Doyle reached her first at-bat off of the walk. And she'll show bunt, but no commitment, and it's ball two. (2-0) on the way now as Doyle settles in. Bunt will be laid down, but this will be a foul, and we'll have strike one. So 2-1. Doyle settles in at 2-1. And we get ball three. So she's looking at possibly reaching off the strike. Abby Johnson in the on-deck circle for Hamilton. One out, nobody on, bottom of the third. And contact foul, we get a full count at 3-2. So Bissett, foot on the rubber. Here's the pitch. And a strikeout for out number two. So Doyle will go down, and that will bring us to Abby Johnson, the catcher. Johnson settles in. And a ball is pitched to start out her at-bat. For Johnson, 1 for 1. She reached. She's one of the two. Doyle reached off the walk to start, and then Johnson would get on off of the single, and that would be the only two runners to get on base for the Bronx in that opening inning, and then they've been shut down. And then for the Breakers, it's been the same way, as Whitegrass was loaded up off the walk in the first inning, and then nobody else has got anywhere. This one's rocketed up into the air. Bissett will have it right off the third base line, and that will be 3. So we go to the fourth with Goose Eggs on the scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as we drop to the bottom of the fourth inning. Missoula Loyola Sacred Heart Breakers 0. Hamilton Darby Bronx 0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And in the fourth inning, it'll be the 2, 3, 4 batters for the Breakers. Whitegrass to lead it off. Whitegrass, Bissett, and Hickether. So Whitegrass, the lone breaker to get on base. With the walk to start the game. And the first pitch by Gutierrez on the inning will be over the plate for strike one. Dennis Bowie is our plate umpire with Jim Anderson in the field. Swung on by Whitegrass. Gets a strike two. Gutierrez and Bissett have just been pitching lights out. For Gutierrez, 3 innings, she struck out 2, walked 1, no runs, and no hits. Swing for strike 2. Actually, that is the out. So, that brings up McKenna Bissett, the pitcher. Bissett struck out her first at bat. Here's Gutierrez now with the pitch. And it's in the dirt for ball one. And Bissett has been a great addition, not only defensively from the pitcher's mound, but she's also been a hand in the offensive side, batting very well. She'll have contact, but this is going to be fouled out of play right onto the bleachers down the third base line, and we'll have an even count at 1. And it's always interesting how you have the 6 points to Missoula. I was talking about Breaker softball with some of the Maverick parents this weekend, as Bissett will have contact for strike 2. But I was talking with some of the Maverick parents this weekend about the Breakers and what's going on, and one of the dads says, well, yeah, Bissett, he's the new coach over there, right? I said, yeah, well, way back when, as Bissett will foul this one into the backstop. Keeps her alive at 1-2. He goes, yeah, his name's Brian, right? I said, yeah. Well, yeah, he was my son's batting coach, batting coach back when he was 10. So no matter what, in Missoula, you always have your 6 degrees back to someone. It's the beauty of where we live is Bissett will have this one foul back into the stands down the first base line, and she'll stay alive at 1-2. And Bowie will have a brief conversation with the catcher Johnson. It's Kayla Hickether in the on-deck circle. And Bissett will hop this one right up over the backstop onto the roof of the awning where I'm at, and she'll stay alive at 1-2. Kayla Hickether, as I was starting to say, in the on-deck circle for the Breakers with 1 out and nobody on. Bissett looking to be the first breaker to make it on off the hit. She'll have contact once again and continues to battle as it goes foul down the first base line. So Gutierrez stretching out on her pitch count, 41. get the pitch. And Bissett will be struck out as Gutierrez comes in with the low pitch. She had been throwing high mid-range stuff leading up to that pitch. As we come to Kayla Hickether, who was the last batter in the first inning.
I believe we play Sunday. Yeah. I know that we play Saturday in Gallatin Valley, but I think Sunday here. All right, thanks. Yeah.
So 2 outs, nobody on. Hickether up. She'll have contact. This one will be in play into left field. Left fielder is there. It's in the glove, and that's the side. So nice job defensively for the Bronx to hold the Breakers off, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Scoreless. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at mpsn406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the 4th inning here in Hamilton. Loyola Breakers taking on the Hamilton Derby Bronx. McKenna Bissett in the 5 Valley Auto pitcher circle, and the first pitch she'll throw will have contact into right field. It's got some leg. It's back and over the fence. That will be a solo shot home run to break the tie by Brickley. Brickley with the single shot homer.
Up next, number 5, Maggie Ringer.
That'll take us to Maggie Ringer with a run on the board to break the Goose Eggs. That one went right out over right field fence into the parking lot. So Ringer will step up. Here's Bissett. And her first pitch to Ringer will be swung on for strike 1.
Come on, Maggie.
Ringer's second at bat. She would be struck out her first at bat, or she'll swing on this one for strike 2. Here's the pitch, and Tip will have it get loose. The throw to first is not in time, and the runner will reach off the pass ball.
And Ringer's on first with the pass ball.
So now it's Chantel Sisson. Sisson, the first baseman. So with no outs and a runner at first, here's a foul tip into the backstop for strike 1. Hamilton here in the 4th inning. Getting a run, looking to add on to it with no outs. Here's the pitch. Bunt laid down. This one will be fouled back into Tip, and we'll have strike 2. Runner will take second. So now with an 0-2 count, they'll send the runner back to first. And a swing, the throw to second. Slide, and the runner will get it, but we'll have out number 1 on the swinging strikeout. So Haley Frey
One down.
she'll settle in. Runner at second with one out. Here's Bissett with the pitch, swung on, fouled. For strike one. Breeze still kicking up here in Hamilton. And a pitch over the plate will get a strike two. Pitch on the way. And a swing for the strikeout for out number two. So Bissett serves up a home run. A pass ball puts a runner at first, and then she knocks down the next two batters with strikeouts. This pitch will be inside for ball one to Olivia Zepeda. And Zepeda will let it go by, but will get strike one. So even count at one. And we get strike two. Bowie barks it out. 1-2 on the count. Bissett. This one will get punched foul. It's actually going to land in the field behind us. And Zepeda will continue to battle on with 2 outs on the board. The Breakers will have their 5, 6, 7 batters scheduled up. As we get a strikeout to end the side. So a home run and a set of strikeouts. Hamilton leads 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the 5th inning right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN as we swing to the top of the 5th inning here in Hamilton. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network in Hamilton, Montana for the Loyola Breakers taking on the Hamilton Derby Bronx. And the Bronx have broken the ice. It's now 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And leading things off for the Breakers is the catcher, Carly Tipp. So it'll be Tipp, Hermes, and Hall scheduled on the inning. That would be 5, 6, 7 in the order. For Tipp, her first at-bat. Was a strikeout, as Gutierrez has been knocking down batters. Her first pitch to Tipp, though, will be a ball. Maria Gutierrez in the 5 Valley Auto pitcher circle for Hamilton, and now she'll put one over the plate for strike one. Even count at 1 for Tipp, leadoff batter in the 5th. Here's Gutierrez with the pitch. This one's hit, finds the gap down the third base line, and Carly Tipp will be the second breaker on for Loyola. That brings up Emily Hermes. And the Breakers will go to work now with one on. Gutierrez steps onto the rubber. And this one will be in the dirt, as we'll have ball one for Hermes, her first at bat. She's 0 for 1. Now, Hickether was taken over into the field next to us at the beginning of the bottom of this inning when the Breakers came off the field as we go to ball 2. And so I'm wondering if Hickether will take over for Bassett now, just to give her arm a little work, as Hermes will find the gap in the right field. Tip is around second. The ball's picked up. Hermes is at second now, and Tip stands up. The Breakers with runners at second and third, back-to-back hits with no outs. Now Morgan Hall will come to the plate with 2 on and no outs. And Hall looking for the call from Coach Bassett. He'll give it to her. He was busy cheering on Tip and Hermes as Hall will swing for strike 1 on the first pitch. Breakers will be in St. Ignatius on Thursday night. Thursday afternoon, taking on Mac. As we get strike 2. Mac is Mission, Arlee, and Charlo Co-op. And a high pitch gets us ball 1, so 1-2 on the count. Top of the 5th inning, Breakers looking to see if they can break their goose egg on the scoreboard as we get ball 2. Even count now for Morgan Hall. Casey Donahue is in the on-deck circle. There's no outs on the board. Hermes stands at second and Tip at third, and this one will be fouled off. Keeps the batter alive at 2-2. As Gutierrez continues to slug away here. Pitch on the way. And Hall will be struck out for the first out of the inning. Brings us to Casey Donahue now with 1 out and runners at second and third. Donahue looks down the third base line, gets the signal, and steps in on the right side of the plate. Bunt showing, and they will throw down the third base line, but Tip is standing on the bag, and we'll have ball 1. 1-0 on the count, top of the 5th in a 7-inning game, and Hamilton has put a mark on the scoreboard, 1-0, but the Breakers with a threat at third and Tip, and now we get a ball pitch to make it 2-0 on the count. Gutierrez, foot on the rubber, pitch on the way. And we get a strike on the bunt show. That'll be strike 1 for Donahue. 2-1 on the count for Donahue, who is 0 for 1 on the day. This is her second at bat. Here's the pitch. And a swing for strike 3. And that'll be out number 2. Bottom of the order comes to the plate with 2 runners on, and Heli Badarudin.
With 2 down, stepping up number 1, Heli
Badarudin lets the first pitch go by for strike 1. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Hermes at second, Tip at third, as they were able to find the hole in the defense on the swing. High pitch for a ball. Even on the count. Pitch on the way. And we get ball 2. So Badarudin, a normal, she is patient at the plate normally, and she is showing it right now. Here's Gutierrez with the pitch. And we get strike 2 as Badarudin will let it ride by. Even at 2 on the count. Breakers with their first threat of the game at third in tip. Badarudin puts this ball in play. This one's punched up in the air. It's going to be on the backstop and into the stands. Foul to keep us going at 2-2. Breakers were able to put runners, their first 2 runners of the inning on, but Gutierrez has been able to hold off the Breakers on any type of score since. The 2-2. And Badarudin will reach for it. It's going to be just in play, but foul. And Badarudin continues to battle. Gutierrez now set. You can hear the breeze coming up on the field mic, and we get a ball pitch to make it a full count at 3-2. Good job by Johnson to keep that ball in front of her, because that almost got loose and that would have brought tip home. Here's the payoff pitch, and Badarudin will foul it off. Stays alive at 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to roll to the third baseman. She'll struggle with it. Throws to first, but the stretch out will be there. And that's the side. Hamilton holds off a breaker run. 2 left on. And the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 Hamilton. Back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. It is the bottom of the 5th inning. Hamilton holding off the Breakers as Loyola would put runners at second and third. But Gutierrez from the pitcher's circle, and we do have a switch inside that pitcher's circle for the Breakers. It is Kayla Hickether now, as Bassett stands at first base. For Hamilton, it is the bottom of their order, 8-9-1, with Kyla Shepard, the second baseman. So Shepard will start things off. Bassett would go 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 11 strikeouts and a walk. And Hickether will put the first pitch over the plate, and that was in 52 pitches, folks. Hickether now with the second pitch, inside this time, and it's strike 2. And I'm telling you, this 1-2 punch of the Breakers with Hickether and Bassett is going to be scary going into the BC Divisional Tournament. Tip not able to hold on to it as it bounces away, and it's ball one. 1-2 on the count. And some good play at the divisional tournament will put the Breakers in the right spot. And right now, Florence is, they're defending champions. They have a good chance as this one's fouled on a short roller. Keeps the batter alive at 1-2. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle in Phoebe Howard. But they do have an injury to their pitcher, as Hickether is going to strike out the first batter she faces for out number one. That brings us to the bottom of the order in Phoebe Howard. She's the DP.
With one down, step in number 23, Phoebe Howard.
So Howard struck out her first at-bat, and Hickether will put it over the plate once again. 0-1 on the count. Hamilton with the lead, 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as this one's going to be put into play. The throw to first is there. Bassett, foot on the bag, and we've got out number two. So that swings us to the top of the order for Hamilton Darby, and that's Sophia Doyle, the third baseman. Doyle is a left-handed batter, and uniqueness in that feature, left-handers for baseball. Probably more than any other sport. Baseball and softball is we'll have ball one. And Hickether sometimes has to battle against these lefties. I wouldn't say she struggles. I would never say that Hickether struggles, as this bunt is fouled back for strike one. But she usually has to battle against these lefties. Here's the count. Pitch on the way. And we get ball two. One out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Hamilton owning the the Fast Trip Conoco. Pitchers, or scoreboard. I'll spit it out. This one's fouled. Bunt laid down. And we go even on the count at 2. Kayla Hickether is in the 5 Valley Auto pitcher circle. We'll put that in play there. Tip now settled in behind the plate, and here's Hickether with the pitch. And it'll be outside to give us a full count at 3-2. One out, nobody on. Hickether coming in for her first inning of the game. Tip gets the pitch from the dugout. And we'll have a walk to put a runner on with 2 outs. So Abby Johnson, the catcher, will get to bat now with 2 outs. And a runner at first. She's got to take a moment to take those leg guards off from the catcher position.
Abby Johnson.
And Hickether with a high pitch, but Tip does a good job of holding on to it. And we go to 0-1, or 1-0. This one will have play. McHugh throw to first, and that will be the out to end the side. One's left behind, and we stay at 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Hamilton leading 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard over the Loyola Breakers. As the Breakers finish out their regular season this week, they'll be on the road tonight, on the road Thursday, and on the road Saturday. So it's obviously Hamilton tonight. It's a trip to St. Ignatius on Thursday against Mac, and it will be a trip to Butte on Saturday for one game in the Butte Central Tournament. Top of the 6th inning brings us the top of the order. Molly McHugh for the Breakers. And Gutierrez's first pitch will be over the plate for strike one. That was a low pitch, but Dennis Bowie's got the mask, and he's the one barking out the calls. I've got the microphone, so that puts me in my place. Here's the 0-1. Swung on. This one's into play, into center field. Center fielder will have it at the fence, and that's out number 1. McHugh trying to even it up all in one shot. And she just about had it, but Ringer able to get it before it hopped over the fence. So that brings us to Violet Whitegrass. Gutierrez with a pitch. Whitegrass fouls it back into the stop for strike one. Here's the pitch by Gutierrez. And a swing by Whitegrass will make it strike two. One out, nobody on, top of the 6th. Gutierrez now sets her foot on the rubber. And contact by Whitegrass. Shortstop will pick it up in the dirt, the throw to first, and that'll be out number 2 as the sure foot of Sisson was down. So McKenna Bissett, the first baseman, now at the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. And Bissett with a home run last week. See if she can even this up with one of her own here. And she'll foul the first pitch off for strike one. With 2 outs, Hamilton will be facing their 3, 4, 5 batters in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Gutierrez with the pitch. And Bissett into center field is going to bounce off the fence. Bissett will load up onto first base with 2 outs. And that'll put Kayla Hickether at the plate.
With a long base hit. Brings up number 5, Kayla Hickether. With 2 down.
So with 2 outs and a runner at first, Hickether steps to the plate after she had an inning at the pitching position. And the first pitch will slide by for strike one. Marie Gutierrez pitching out here. 5 2/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, and a walk. No strikeouts. Or 6 strikeouts as I look at it a little closer. As we get ball 1. 1-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Bissett's going to go ahead and take her base at second. And that'll give us a 2-1 count to Hickether. For Hickether, she's 0 for 2. She's looking to bring her friend Bissett home. Here's the 2-1. Smacked right at the shortstop. She'll dive in the dirt. The throw to first is there. Held on to. And the Breakers are held off once again. Bottom of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
We don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash. On reserve next to Fast Trip.
Welcome back to MPSN. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up between the Breakers and the Bronx. Hello, everyone. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning between Hamilton and Loyola on a gorgeous Monday afternoon. Yeah, we got a little bit of a breeze going on here, but the sun is out. There's a few clouds, and there's no better place to be for a Monday afternoon than right here watching softball. Kayla Hickether will have her 2nd inning. Inside the 5 Valley Auto pitcher circle is, we're going to turn the mic down just a little bit so we don't pick up so much of that wind. Leading things off for Hamilton is Michaela Brickley, and she has the lone run as Hickether is going to put this one over the plate for strike 1. But Brickley with the lone run as she knocked it over the fence her last at bat. And this will get outside for ball 1 as Tip will chase it to the third base dugout. So we'll have Mavericks baseball on Wednesday night, Loyola softball on Thursday afternoon, as this pitch is inside over the plate for strike 2, so 1-2 on the count. And then Saturday and Sunday, it's the Billings tour for the Missoula Mavericks as they'll take on the Royals and the Scarlets on Saturday. And it'll be the Scarlets and Post 22 out of Rapid City on Sunday, as this one's fouled off. Batter stays alive at 1-2. Here's the pitch. And a foul tip. In the on-deck circle, it's Maggie Ringer for Hamilton Derby. And this one will have some air underneath it. It'll get over the head of the left fielder at the fence, around the corner, and Brickley will be at third off the throw. So Maggie Ringer will come to the plate with no outs and a runner at third, as Brickley has had the homer and now a triple. Looking to possibly put an exclamation point on this game with only 1 run on the board. It has been a pitcher battle as Maggie Ringer, the center fielder, comes to the plate. Here's the pitch by Hickether in the dirt for ball 1. Ringer settles back in. Right-handed batter is Ringer. And a high pitch for ball 2. So Hickether will fall behind, 2-0 on the count. Ringer now, ready for the pitch. And she'll swing. This will dribble off the grips. Throw to first is made. The out, but the run from third by Brickley, and she has earned both runs on the board for Hamilton. And with one out, we get the first baseman, Chantel Sichon, and strike one to Sichon, and she 0 for 2 with a strikeout. It'll bounce out to Hermes. She'll have the throw to first, and Bissett with the foot down, and that's 2 outs now. So 1 run earned so far here in the bottom of the 6th to make it 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Hallie Fry will come to the plate with 2 outs. And Fry will put this right over the head of Hermes. It's going to roll deep into left field. Picked up as the runner gets to first, and she'll hold on there. So with 2 outs, the Bronx will have a runner at first, and it's Olivia Zapata. Hamilton finding their bats here late in the game. Hickether's pitch will be over the plate for a strike, and Tip will rocket it back out to her. Carly Tip, senior, she's been heart and soul of this team the last few years. Here's the pitch, and it's ball. Dennis Bowie, our plate umpire, he's done a few games this year that I've covered, and he's got a long stretch out for a strike and then a quick grunt for the ball call as this one's over the plate for strike 2. So 1-2 on the count. But he'll stretch that strike call out, but the ball is a little bit of a grunt as this one goes outside to even us out at 2. Here's the pitch, and we get a loaded count at 3-2. Zapata settles in the pitch, and she'll get the base to put runners at second and first on the walk. So with 2 outs, runners at first and second, Kyla Shepard will come to the plate for the 3rd time today. And Shepard, 0 for 2, struck out both times. She'll have a strike thrown at her for the first pitch. So the Breakers looking to shut things down here as Hamilton's been able to find some offense, and Hickether put that ball right on the same line as the last one, as Shepard watches it go by for strike 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This will roll down the line to McHugh. She'll have the tag on the bag at 3rd, but the throw to first is there, and that's the side. 1 run earned as 2 are left behind by Hamilton, and it's all or nothing for the Breakers. Top of the 7th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 7th inning here in Hamilton between the Breakers and the Broncs. Leading things off for Loyola will be Carly Tipp, so it's the 5, 6, 7 batters. Breakers need 2 runs to extend the game, 3 to possibly pick up the win. That would require some defense at the bottom of the 7th to prevent a walk-off. Mariah Gutierrez has been phenomenal from inside the circle. Tipp's going to hit it right at her. It'll catch the glove, and Tipp will reach for the second time in a row for the Breakers. So that brings us to Emily Hermes. Now, a couple of innings ago, you remember that Tipp and Hermes reached for the Breakers, but sound pitching by Gutierrez held them off, and they were stuck at second and third when the inning was over. Here's the pitch now by Gutierrez, and it's high for ball 1. Hermes will settle in. And right at the pitcher again, this time it's between the legs. They'll scramble at second base, and it gets into center field. And Hermes will reach off the air by the Broncs. And we come to Morgan Hall. No outs and runners at first and second, just as the 5th inning looked. And we'll see if Bissett puts his runners in motion. Bunt laid down by Hall, picked up right in front of the plate. The throw to first. That'll be out number 1, but it moves the runners to second and third, and the sac bunt does its job. Casey Donahue now at the plate for the Breakers. 1 out. Runners at second and third now, and this is how the 5th inning was. Johnson settles in behind the plate, and a high pitch swung on for strike 1. Here's the pitch in the dirt, and Tipp thought about it, but she's going to stay at third as we go even on the count at 1. Donahue settles in. Contact, foul down the first base line, and we get strike 2. Good slice by Donahue on that one. Ellie Badarudin in the on-deck circle with 1 out, runners at second and third for the Breakers. And a low pitch evens us out at 2. Pitch on the way. In the dirt, runners will hold as Johnson's got to chase it to the backstop. And we're full at 3-2. Gutierrez steps to the rubber. Pitch on the way. Contact down to the first baseman. That's going to bring in Tipp, and the Breakers have jumped onto the scoreboard 2-1 with runners on the corners now. That'll bring the bottom of the order, Heli Badarudin. And Johnson steps in front of the plate to signal the field. Gutierrez with the pitch. Batteradine showing bunt. 1 out on the board. Hermes stands at third. And Donahue at first. Tying run as we get a ball pitch. Makes it 2-0 on the count. Gutierrez now. Foot on the rubber, pitch on the way. Bunt, this one's going to be laid down, but we'll have strike one as it is foul. Donahue moves to second, though. That would be the last pitch, not this current one. So 2-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. And the ball is going to get away, but Hermes will hold at third. And we now go to 3-1 on the count. And Coach Kearns relying on the experience of his pitcher right now to get him out of this. Pitch on the way. High pitch, and Batteradine will be walked to load the bases with 1 out. That'll swing us to the top of the order to Molly McHugh. And this is the perfect time as a council is inside the Five Valley Auto Pitcher Circle. Infield coming together to put this together. First base coach is going to come down the line and speak to his batter, McHugh. Hermes and Donahue will stand at third and check in with Bassett. Now the council is broken up by Bowie. And McHugh will get ready to bat. Here's the pitch. And McHugh will punch this straight up in the air. Second baseman's looking for it. Has it, the tag, Hermes, and she'll hold. And that'll be 2 outs now with loaded bases. McHugh hit that one on the top of the bat. And it just shot straight up over second. So Whitegrass will come to the plate with 2 outs and loaded bases. And this would be a great time for Whitegrass to have a good at-bat, as she'll have a foul ball for strike one. She would pick up her first home run last week against Florence, her first home run in her career, as this is her first season with the softball program at Loyola. Here's Gutierrez with the pitch, and this one's fouled into the backstop for strike 2. Hamilton holding on here as they're trying to avoid a rally by the Breakers. It's 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. And Whitegrass will put it in play into center field. Center fielder in the glove, and that is game. So the Breakers will earn one here in the 7th, but are not able to bring home the last 2, and it's a 2-1 victory for Hamilton. Our game time, 1 hour and 22 minutes, and we'll go ahead and step aside. We'll be back on air on Wednesday for Maverick Baseball and the Breakers' last live stream on Thursday against MAC. Have a great rest of your week, folks. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.